Hello and welcome back to Star Wars The Old Republic, and we got a mail here from Darth Gravis. I've just received word. The civilians who managed to escape your mission of destruction have spread the terrors of our victory to other systems, just as we expected. You have proven yourself a shrewd and valuable servant of the Empire, one deserving of further reward. 1,600 credits from him, and then we also got something from Thana. Once again, I find myself overloaded with the spoils and rewards due a Sith of my power. Naturally, I have no use for all of these prizes, but rather than discard them, I thought it best to give you the barest glimpse of how the galaxy's true elite are rewarded. Perhaps you'll be inspired to raise yourself up from such utter mediocrity. Yes. She's always really funny in my opinion, but anyway. The point is, we're now back on our ship, and I actually hope that we're going to be seeing Thana again at some point in the future. It's highly unlikely in my opinion, because that's just how it goes sometimes, but I think it would be very cool if she does turn up at some point.
What's on your mind?
Nothing. Why, you expect me to be all mopey? It's too nice outside. Let's play 2 truths and a lie. I tell you 3 things about me, and you tell me which isn't true.
Maybe you haven't been paying attention. I win all contests.
Okay, here goes. I've been in jail 16 times. I've got 3 sisters. I've worked as a hired assassin. Which one is a lie?
You only have one sister?
Yes, Tiva. Good job. I'll have to try something a bit more obscure next time. Okay, enough games. I wouldn't want someone to start thinking the Sith were getting fun.
Alright, okay, that was a nice, short and sweet little conversation there. And I guess we will get the Quinn conversation over with, and then we'll go and speak to Jacer.
My lord, I'd appreciate it if you could speak with Vet. Ask her not to disturb me when I'm working.
Exactly how is she disturbing you?
She's not wired for military precision. And there's no filter on that Twi'lek mouth. When I was tracking down Agent Volderan, she must have overheard me refer to Moff Broysk, and now she persistently pesters me about him. She keeps slipping his name nonsensically into conversations just to annoy me. Says she won't stop until I tell her why I hate the man.
That never ceases to amuse me.
I hope you won't encourage her, my lord. It's neither appropriate nor in the Empire's interest to discuss the matter with non-military personnel. Besides, knowing her, the details of Broysk's collapse at Druckenwell and his and my subsequent conflict would only give her more fodder.
Leave it to me. She'll stop bothering you.
I was hoping you'd say that, my lord. Thank you.
You know, okay, if I had my way right here, I wouldn't have said any of these options that we were given at the end there. I would have said, I'm just going to let her annoy him, you know? That's basically what I wanted to say. I wanted to have Vet annoy him just purely because he is taking this way too seriously, in my opinion. But, I mean, that's just, I don't know. No offense, you know, if he is in the service of a Sith Lord, like we are currently right here, and Vet is also in the service of that same Sith Lord, then it makes the most sense to share information between people. He is, yes, still in the Sith military, in the Imperial military, but he's also a member of this crew, and I feel like he should kind of remember that.
My lord, I seek advice. As a military man, above all else, I value discipline, the chain of command, and uncompromising dedication to serving the Empire's interests. But there's a built-in dilemma. When my instincts tell me that a superior is jeopardizing the Empire, it makes my path less clear.
That's the problem with the military. No matter what rank, no one should be above reproach.
That has been a difficult lesson to learn. But it's tricky. The criteria to challenge a superior must never be softened. I stood by as Moff Broysk's random whims compromised countless missions. It is a mistake I refuse to repeat. Defying him ruined my career, but I should have done it sooner. No matter the consequences.
If anyone caused me half as much trouble, I'd dedicate my life to bringing him down.
I have no aspirations for personal glory, just glory for the Empire. And now for you.
If you say so, I really don't care.
Then I won't take up any more of your time.
Okay, oh, I'm not going to speak to him anymore. I will, don't worry. I will, you see, that's a funny thing. I feel like I have to speak to him because he probably has a companion mission, and I don't want to miss out on that, but he is so... I mean, I've already voiced my grievances about him in a previous episode, but he's just very rigid, a little bit too much for my liking. I much prefer someone like Vet, who is more of a jokester, kind of a very light-hearted person, but also has a serious side to them. But Quinn doesn't seem to have any other side. He's just that, you know? Well, whatever the case, let's speak to Jacer.
Master, may I break character for a moment? Speak as a Jedi?
I don't have a lot of time, Jacer, but speak your mind.
I'll try to be brief. I have a confession to make. As a handmaiden on Alderaan, I was surrounded by the falseness of nobles and their political agendas. I could have used my power to expose it all and bring a corrupt system to its knees, but out of fear, I held back.
What were you afraid of?
Maybe of revealing that I'm different. Or of not being strong enough to back it up and see it through. Even now, I wonder if it's your strength that will enable me to succeed and not my own fortitude.
You have grown since those days, Jacer. Have confidence.
Your belief in me goes a long way, Master. Still, I know myself. There's some of that Alderaanian handmaiden left in me, and I can get discouraged without tangible progress.
I promise we will build towards success.
Promises are a good start. Please bear with me, Master. I have much to learn.
Alright, not bad, not bad. Okay, so that's the funny thing. I don't know. Anytime I talk to Vet or Jacer, I'm always like, oh yeah, that was a good conversation, you know? That was a nice conversation. We don't have to really worry so much about anything they said. Yeah, well, let's just continue speaking to him.
My lord, I'm receiving reports of a failed military incursion. It seems one of our special ops battalions was following shaky intel and walked into an ambush. We're the only ship in the sector that can relay their distress calls to High Command. Permission to transmit their coordinates for extraction.
Do it, immediately.
Yes, my lord. Hopefully the consequences of this blunder can be lessened.
Alright. That was it? I thought we were going to get his side mission now, and we were going to have to go and, you know, see what was going on, but apparently not. Okay, I'm pleasantly surprised.
Apprentice, the Ward Trust dismantling has been your finest hour, but a new challenge arises. One of our missing targets, Admiral Monk, has revealed himself. As you may recall, my master Darth Vengeance set off to conquer the Fringe systems and inspire the Dark Council to reignite the war. Somehow, Admiral Monk caught wind of the plan and was waiting in ambush. He is laying siege to the flagship as we speak.
The plan was secret. Do you think there's a leak?
Information is a funny thing. It trickles in unexpected ways. Leave those concerns to me. Plan Zero calls for Admiral Monk's head. This may be our only opportunity to crush him. Our flagship is commanded by Moff Maskin. Fly to the space battle immediately, board his ship, and stop Admiral Monk's siege.
Alright, I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so, yeah, this isn't going to be particularly good, but we did get a nice experience boost, and wait a minute, I got a level 43. Oh yeah, that means we got some new talents to spend. Okay, so Furious Power, what is this? Consume all abilities, ability charges even, of Furious Power, and apply that many Furious Power stacks to you for 15 seconds. Each stack increases your next direct single target melee attack by 25% and is consumed whenever you deal damage with these attacks. So it's basically just like a different frenzy, I suppose. Recharges one ability charge every 15 seconds to a maximum of 4 charges. And we also now have a new passive, which is called Execute. Dealing damage with an Ataro form strike grants Execute, making your next Force Scream or Devastating Blast deal 10% more damage. Alright. The design of this is, in my opinion, inherently flawed. I feel like this shouldn't do this. You know what this should do? If I were designing this particular ability, you know what I would do? I would make it so that if there is damage dealt with a Taro form, your Force Scream would instantly reset its cooldown. That's what I would do, because that would make it so that you have a, shall we say, you have a bit of encouragement to use Force Scream in general. So let's just say that it has the 10% additional damage, but whenever you get one of these strikes, it also has the ability to reset the cooldown of Force Scream. Maybe that is too powerful, I don't know, in terms of balancing, but I think that would probably be more fun than just 10% damage. But anyway, let's take a look at some of these other abilities here. Critically hitting increases your movement speed by 5% and your critical hit chance by 5%. This lasts for 6 seconds and stacks up to 5 times. That's probably what I'm going to take. Let's take a look at the last one here. Dealing damage with an Ataro form strike reduces the cooldown of rage spending offensive abilities by 1 second. Okay. What do you mean by 1 second? Okay, this effect can only occur once every second. In addition, Ataro form deals 3% more damage. So, in other words, if I use Gore, for example, that's going to reduce the cooldown. No, that is absolutely terrible in my opinion. I'm just going to take Swiftness. I think that's probably more impactful. It lasts 6 seconds, and if I am immediately going and attacking and attacking and attacking in all kinds of different ways, that's going to be far and away the best thing to do. Oh, Jason needs to speak to us? Oh, okay. Wait, no, that's not Jason. Who's that? Oh, it's Pierce. Oh, I didn't even see him. I didn't even see that he needed to be spoken to. Oh, all right, okay. Did his icon just pop up now?
My lord, drop my things in the crew bunks. Good ship. Quinn's already briefed me. I'm handling demolitions and heavy firepower support. Didn't know the captain ran things round here. I'd rather take my orders direct.
Quinn handles the details, but you answer to me.
Fine with me. Just keep Captain Protocol off my back. Moff Herden was all about regulations too. War Trust did a lot more damage than they should have. Herden didn't think a soldier could strategize. Proved him wrong.
Herden was a fool to ignore your natural talents.
Doesn't matter much now. I'm here, and Herden's stuck on Taris. Give me the freedom he didn't, and you'll see results.
The others will tell you, I accept only the best.
Shouldn't have any problem fitting in then.
Alright, there we go. So that's just his nice little welcome conversation. Personally, for me, I know a lot of people don't really like Pierce as a companion. And sure, he is a little bit abrasive, but that is just his character. He is supposed to be that way, you know. He is supposed to be abrasive. Alright, so we're here, and now we need to fight our way to the ship's bridge. I'm going to assume we need to fight our way there, at least. I actually wonder, are there going to be any cutscenes along the way? I actually don't know. Do I need to fight these? Do I actually need to fight these, or can I just run? No, there is actually an optional objective, so maybe that's going to be a good idea. So yeah, we're going to actually have to weave in Force Scream. But as you can see, look at Force Scream. You see that? If it had reset its cooldown, I would have been able to use that immediately again, and then it would have actually... Look at this. I think maybe it's too powerful. I think my suggestion from earlier is too powerful, because you can see very clearly here that there is no way that if I were to have an ability that would reset the cooldown on Force Scream, it would just be used so much more than basically anything else, and it would be way too strong. So yeah, that's the reason. I think actually it would be cool if it did reset its cooldown, but obviously, as I say, I think maybe too strong. Maybe it could have just reduced its cooldown by half or something like that. Maybe that would have been cool, because then instead of it being a 8-second cooldown, it would be a 4-second cooldown. But again, maybe then you're just going to be spamming Force Scream, and that's pretty much it. And maybe that's not the best idea. Oh, you know what? I actually just had an idea. Oh yeah, I had an idea. Okay, so basically not cooldown, okay? Not a cooldown thing, but making it cost no rage. I think that would actually be a much better design choice, because let's face it, if it costs no rage, it's basically a free ability, and I think that would actually make more sense than anything else. Obviously, still increase its damage, but just make it cost 0 rage. I think that could be really good, instead of it costing 3. I think that's nice. Alright, here we go. Let's do this. These are obviously going to be some of the easier enemies that we're going to have to fight here. I mean, it's quite funny I say easier enemies. What's this? Frenzy? Enter a Furious Frenzy, immediately building 30 stacks of Fury. Oh, that's actually kind of crazy. That's a new ability. I didn't realize I had that, actually. I just got that, I assume. That's pretty funny. Alright, well, Moff someone or other is right over here. And he's probably going to be very thankful that we saved him.
Off Matskin, I presume. Darth Barris sent me. I've liberated your ship. Where is Admiral Monk?
Well, well. Come to inspect the scene of the crime, eh? Admiral Monk and his top men jettisoned down to QUESH. I'm so sorry you missed him. Are you here to deliver his reward? Offer congratulations?
My orders are to kill Admiral Monk.
You and your master must think I'm monumentally stupid. This was a secret attack, yet I come out of hyperdrive to find the Republic's most decorated admiral laying in wait. Admiral Monk had my force field and docking codes. This stinks of a setup.
I suggest you clean house and find the rat.
This was no Imperial leak! Your master's master is Darth Vengeance. Barris manipulated him into this attack in order to ruin him. I've had a bellyful of Sith infighting, always undermining Imperial operations. It's why we have yet to crush the Republic outright!
I don't have time for this. I have to hunt down Admiral Monk.
Don't you turn your back on me! You are going to answer for this! Men, kill the Sith! Darth Vengeance will reward us!
Is he serious? There's no way. How dare you, sir? Yeah, no. There is no way. No. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't actually understand. That's the funny thing. It's always that way, isn't it? I don't know. It's always that way where they just go, yeah, we can take the Sith out, you know. He's, we outnumber him. And they just go, yeah, we're gonna just attack him. Just as a bunch of regular Imperial soldiers and one Moff. I feel like that's always quite funny. Anyway, I think we have to go back to our ship, do we not? Do we need to go back to our ship? I assume so. Aha! Right, so this is the story arc for QUESH. I suppose we should do it, right? I suppose we should. I have one thing to say about QUESH. I seem to recall it in a not so good light. I'm not entirely sure why, but I'm going to assume that I have a problem with QUESH for some reason or another. I don't remember what it looks like, so to speak, but I remember it was kind of annoying. Maybe that's just me. Anyway, let's speak to this guy.
Here for inoculation. You'll need Form 1423/D. And, oh, excuse me. Sorry, my lord, I thought you were another recruit. No paperwork required. I take it you're here to fight in the QUESH war?
What war?
Sorry, thought you'd been briefed. I can't talk about military operations. Let's just say it's a hazardous fight. QUESH is highly toxic, poisoned by the resource the Republic's mining. You'll need a protective injection just to survive. There we go. That treatment will protect you for the time being.
The protection wears off.
The effects will fade eventually, but you can receive more treatments planetside. You're cleared. Talk to Moff Drayson if you want to fight. He's in charge of the Empire's war effort.
Ah, yes. Okay, so we do have the ability to pick a lightsaber. Actually, that... wait a minute. That reminds me. I should really go back to the fleet. Yeah, I'm going to do that, okay? I'm going to go back to the fleet. We're going to customize our lightsabers, then we'll come back here. Alright, so I have actually added a couple of things to my lightsaber here, or one of them, at the very least. I think the tuning and the color crystal is just cosmetic. I don't know what the augment kit is. This is something that was added way after I ever did any of this customization stuff. So we're just going to be leaving that like it is. And then we can modify this one as well. I just want to show you how this is done, just in case you are a new player or you want to play the game and you don't know how it's done. You basically just, you know, control right click and then you can add those things. And basically the vendors are here. Someone was kind enough to actually remind me where these are, so I was able to find them pretty quickly. And as you can see, I just went to the level 42 guy, and this is actually perfect timing basically, because ideally you want to come back here every 5 levels or so and just upgrade your modifications. But obviously that's not always going to be possible. But yeah, you can see here that I literally will now be able to use these, which are significantly better than what I had before. They are rating 102. And funnily enough, most of my gear is actually pretty good. You know, as you can see right here, most of my gear is like, you know, rating 88, 98. And there are only very few pieces that are lower than that. Like, for example, my legs. But you can go here to the level 42 guy. He has a huge amount of different stuff that you can buy. And you can just take a look through that. For me personally, I just bought many of the base versions. So what I did was I basically just purchased Adept Enhancement 21, Lethal Mod 21, and I believe I bought the Versatile Hilt 21, and that's basically it. And it was pretty cheap, only a couple of thousand credits total, which is really not that much at this point in the game. And we're going to go back to QUESH. Aha, right, so we have to go into a building to begin with, and then we need to find where we need to go. Ah, there it is. Okay, so this is literally the story mission. Okay, for the planet, that is.
The Empire can't afford another loss, Major. We must crush the Republic immediately.
They've been on QUESH for years. We can't destroy their entire mining operation overnight.
Gentlemen, we have company. I am Moff Drayson, head of QUESH Imperial Forces. You're here to join our war against the Republic?
This means nothing to me.
QUESH is valuable to the Republic and to the Empire.
Enough! We don't need his help.
I suppose you have your own victory plan.
That's right. My men take the mines, make the Republic panic. Then we propose a truce and ambush their leaders.
Quaint theatrics won't work. Brutality, carnage. That's how you break the Republic. They're responsible for our assignment to this toxic rock. The Republic went digging and found the source of this planet's poison.
The miners call it QUESH venom. Lies just below the planet's surface.
We distill the stuff into quell, a lethal poison. But the Republic knows how to refine it into high-grade adrenals.
They've been processing the toxins into adrenals for years, with hot help, no less. We've come to conquer their operation and claim QUESH's venom for the Empire.
The Empire wouldn't wage war on this scale just for resources.
Correct. The adrenals are a bonus. Our primary goal is to test the Republic.
Push them enough on QUESH, and the Republic will be provoked into open warfare across the galaxy.
Once they violate the Treaty of Coruscant, the Empire can strike without risking neutral worlds joining in. We must rile their temper.
Provoking them to all-out war won't be easy.
That's why we must bend them to their breaking point. First, we strike the Republic's venom mines.
The venom produces noxious gas. That's why QUESH is so lovely. It's most lethal in the mines, so the Republic installed specialized filters.
Destroy those filters, release the poisonous gas, and the Republic will have to flee the mines.
They'll declare the mines a disaster site when I'm finished.
Take out every weapon emplacement you can, then get inside and destroy the filtration units. Don't stop until the mines are choked with poison.
Alright, okay. I think I remember why I don't really like QUESH. The overarching environment. I think that is the main sort of problem for me. Because you see what the map looks like, right? You see this map. I don't know whether the map is actually larger. I don't know whether there is a larger map to see. But if we take a look here, it doesn't seem as though there are any other zones to go into. And yeah, I think I remember this being rather difficult to navigate. I think that might also be a reason. But there's just a lot of wildlife here. And I seem to remember getting stopped by a lot of enemies constantly. And I think that might also be a reason why. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it's actually not going to be as bad this time around. I've changed my opinion on quite a few things so far. And maybe this is going to be no different. So, who knows? Maybe QUESH is going to end up being one of our favorites. Oh yeah, I remember why I didn't like QUESH. Okay.
Republic locked the whole mining crew here for protection. Now the gas is leaking in and poisoning us.
Right, okay, yeah. So we need to speak to the trapped miners. Yeah, I'll tell you more about QUESH after this. Or not? Did I... Wait a minute. Is there a time limit on this, or do I can I actually go and speak to the trapped miners? I kind of want to save them because I am indeed light side, so it makes sense for me to do that, right? Okay, well, whatever the case, it does give me an opportunity to speak about QUESH. Okay, so QUESH is an extremely poorly designed planet from almost every single angle, and I'm actually really sad to say that, because I personally have found most of the planets to be really, really good so far. Maybe with the exception of one or two places. But, you know, let's just say that most of them have been good. QUESH, on the other hand, has a lot of these moments where you kind of think, oh, what's going on here? There's a lot of ledges and places that you can't go up, you can't access them, it's very, very difficult. There's also a huge amount of enemies. For example, this mine right here. There was literally, I don't even know how many people I've fought so far. 30? 40? I don't know, but a lot.
Let us out! We're trapped and... Wait! You're with the Empire!
Did the dead commandos give me away?
We have nothing against you! Open the door. We don't care about the Republic. We just want out!
Run, before I change my mind.
The Republic was wrong about you. Thanks.
What? What do you mean? What do you mean the Republic was wrong about us? That makes very little sense as well, because he didn't know who we were, as far as I'm aware. But anyway, as I said, there's a huge amount of enemies everywhere. This is a mine, so you can't really avoid people either. Obviously, I do understand this is supposed to be a, you know, story mission. You know, I am understanding about where we currently are, what we're supposed to do here. This is a Republic, you know, Republic held mine. They hold it, you know, they have control over it. So of course, we're going to be encountering a lot of them. However, the problem arises that there's a lot of fodder. There's a lot of fodder. There's a lot of random units that we have to kill that aren't part of any kind of optional objective. And that kind of adds a little bit to the frustration of running through this mine. QUESH as well does have, as I said to you, a lot of ledges that you can't actually navigate up. And as a result, you're then forced into positions where you have to go and be like, oh, I have to go all the way around here. I'm going to show you just now real fast because I want to demonstrate what this means. So I'm talking about this. Oh no, come on. Oh, are you serious? The camera. Did you see the camera just mess up right there? Okay. Yeah, that's another thing that annoys me, actually. I'm not entirely sure why that happens, by the way. The camera just randomly does that whenever I have used my mouse. Not sure why, but yeah. Anyway, that's been plaguing me the entire playthrough for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, okay, so this is what I was talking about right here. Something like this. So now, I obviously wanted to try and find the mine, right? And it was marked here on the map. And I was like, okay, so I can just go up here, right? I can just go up here? No. In actual fact... Oh. Never mind. I'm an idiot. I'm going to end the episode off here. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.